अस्सलाम वालेकुम डियर स्टूडेंट्स। आज हम एक दो प्रॉब्लम्स और कर रहे हैं इसके क्या कहते हैं डेरिवेटिव्स के। ये आपके पेज नंबर 55 पर पहली फर्स्ट एग्जांपल है। एग्जांपल फर्स्ट हेयर गिवन क्वेश्चन इज लेट एफ ऑफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू है 3 प्लस एक्स डिवाइडिंग बाय 3 माइनस एक्स वेयर x must not equal to 3. Evaluate f prime of 2 from the definition. अच्छा जी, फ्रॉम द डेफिनेशन का क्या मतलब है कि जो फर्स्ट हमने फार्मूला निकाला था, आपको याद होगा कि एफ प्राइम ऑफ एक्स इक्वल था हमारे पास एफ लिमिट एज डेल्टा एक्स गोज़ टू ज़ीरो एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस डेल्टा एक्स माइनस एफ ऑफ एक्स डिवाइडिंग बाय डेल्टा एक्स. This formula can also be written as another form limit as h goes to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x dividing by h. Now the given function is f of x is equal to 3 plus x dividing by 3 minus x. So f of x plus delta x will be equal to 3 plus x plus delta x dividing by 3 minus x plus delta x is equal to 3 plus x plus delta x dividing by 3 minus x minus delta x. Now f of x plus delta x minus f of x will be equal to 3 plus x. Oh yes, h here I am using h because in the book the word is h is used h, so we can also use h here. X plus h dividing by 3 minus x minus h minus 3 plus x dividing by 3 minus x, and then f of x plus delta x minus f of x dividing by delta x will be equal to 3 plus x plus h dividing by 3 minus x minus h minus 3 plus x dividing by 3 minus x and whole dividing with delta x. Now as we know, it is the differential of f of x. Now we have to find the differential at the point 2. That is, we have to put x is equal to 2. So the above equation becomes f of x plus delta x minus f of x dividing by h. My God, dividing by delta x is equal to 3 plus 2 plus h dividing by 3 minus 2 minus h minus 3 plus x plus 2 dividing by 3 minus 2 and whole dividing with h. Here we have to use the notation h because in the book, in your notebook, the delta x is not used, but the notation is used as h. So we have to write it h. Where we has used delta x, we have replaced it with h. Now this equation will be equal to 5 plus h dividing by 1 minus h minus 3 plus 5 2 dividing by 3 minus 2 1 and whole dividing with h. Now This is the differential f prime of x at the point 2 is equal to 5 plus h 5 plus h dividing by 1 minus h minus 5 dividing by 5 minus 5 and whole dividing with h. Now taking the denominator, taking the LCM of the denominator 1 minus h, we get 5 plus h minus 5 into 1 minus h and whole dividing with h. It will be equal to 5 plus h minus 5 plus h dividing by 1 minus h into h. This will be equal to 2h dividing by 1 minus h oh no, it is 5h. Oh yes, 5 because it is multiplied with 5, so it will be 6h. H plus 5h, 6h dividing by h. Now taking the limit, that is h goes to 0, it will be equal to 6 dividing by 1 minus h. Limit as h goes to 0, we will get here 6 dividing by 1. It is the value of the function, differential of the function at the point 2 will be equal to 6. Now we have solved another example, which is example 2. Example 2, which is given as